As a former data analyst, I spent a month studying 9,082 trading strategies in 30 symbols over 12 years, and what I found changed everything about how I trade. So when I matched my strategy to each market's unique style, I made $13,570 in the past few months. So in this video, I'm going to show you the real secret behind profitable strategies and why one size fits all just doesn't work. Take this sentence for instance. Markets are range bound 75% of the time and they trend 25% of the time. This is super vague and doesn't help us at all. Don't you just love it when people make these random statements with no data to back them up that do not help anyone at all? I wanted to investigate this statement. So last month I developed 29,311 strategies on the 1 hour time frame using 2 years of data for the build process, 2 years to retest them for profitability, and then simulated trading them live for 1 year. And then I repeated this process for 12 years, covering 30 different symbols, which includes 28 for Forex and 2 metals. And all strategies have commissions, swaps, and slippage. I built a dashboard to analyze the 9,802 profitable strategies to see what I could learn. What I found was this statement that assets trend for 25% of the time and mean revert for 75% of the time is total rubbish. Assets have different personalities. Some are more trend following and some are more mean reversion. To illustrate this point, I will show you 2 different assets from the dashboard. If you want to grab this dashboard, you can access it totally for free in the link below. Now, what I found was there is a range. In the middle, we've got no obvious bias. On one end of the scale, we've got really mean reversion, and the other end of the scale, we've got really trend following. A symbol can fall anywhere on this scale. First, let's take a quick look at what a trend following strategy might look like. Let's start off by drawing some price movement here. So when you see the price is undecided and it's just moving up and down within a tight range, when it finally breaks out of this range, like up here, we enter here and we take profit somewhere up there. The main indicators in this sort of strategy involves the highest high of a whole bunch of bars or the lowest low of a whole bunch of bars. Whereas for mean reversion, we are generally trying to pick the tops and bottoms of a price when it flip-flops back and forth between 2 areas, usually called support and resistance. So we would try to buy at about here, and we would try to sell right about here, buy here, sell here, and buy here. One of the most popular indicators for this type of trading style is the RSI. Now we know what a trending strategy and a mean reversion strategy looks like. Let's examine the pound Japanese yen. I've got the free dashboard loaded up. Let's filter by the pound Japanese yen. And we've got 596 profitable strategies to investigate. So what I've done is I've extracted all the indicators from the 596 strategies, counted them, and presented the result on a chart. Let's reorder this. Instead of by indicator name, let's reorder by the top entry indicators for the pound Japanese yen and take a look on the left hand side. So apart from Bollinger Bands, you've got low, high, low daily, high daily, session low, session high, low, high, low, high. I'm seeing lots of variations of lows and highs, which means the pound Japanese yen is a super trending currency pair. And on a scale of range bound to trend following, the pound Japanese yen would appear really, really far in the trend following category. Let's doubly confirm that. So back to the dashboard, and instead of sorting by the entry, let's go by the indicator name, because I want to see the RSI. And if I scroll down, because now it's sorted in alphabetical order, you can see the RSI here is in red, which means there weren't that many strategies that were profitable for the pound Japanese yen using the RSI indicator. Now we know the personality of the pound Japanese yen pair. Let's take a look at another pair. Let's pick Aussie CAD. I know from experience that that one is quite a range bound currency pair. So I expect the RSI to be in green. And yes, here for the Aussie CAD, it is definitely in green. So on this scale of range bound to trend following, based on an analysis of 207 Aussie CAD strategies, I would put the Aussie CAD way in the range bound section. But not all currency pairs will be so crystal clear in terms of its personality, whether it's extreme trend following or extreme mean reversion. Sometimes they're sort of in the middle. Let's take a look at one more example. I've already gone and filtered this dashboard by the Euro USD, and we're looking at 426 strategies. And if we take a look at the best performing indicators, we've got some low highs, not as prominent as what we saw in the pound Japanese yen. Let's take a look at, see if we can find the RSI. And here it is. It is in the amber, which means it's not quite a really trending currency pair, is not quite a really mean reversion pair. It is sort of in the middle. So how can we use this data to our advantage? If I was to build a strategy from scratch for the Euro USD, I would probably start off with the green indicators, and I would stay away from the red indicators because it is much harder to build a profitable trading strategy with these indicators. You can access this totally free dashboard in the link below. So now that I've shown you how the statement markets are range bound 75% of the time and they trend 25% of the time is totally rubbish using data, next you need to watch this video where I also analyze 2 million trades to find the best currencies for the RSI indicator.